My name is Katherine Sublett. I live in Winona, Minnesota, and I am a retired grandmother, but I do so much in the community. I'm a motivational speaker and I'm an author, so what I do in the community is empower, encourage, and educate. The climate dialogue outlines some issues that are really happening in our community, and it was noticeable, especially with the flooding, the extreme weather change, and just how drastic it is where you don't know what's going to happen from one year to the next. I was raised on the river. My mother's hobby was fishing, and that's how we got introduced to Minnesota, because we would always come from Chicago up here fishing. You know, back then we could swim in the Mississippi, we could eat as much fish as we want. Now I wouldn't go in the Mississippi without shoes on. I wouldn't eat any fish out of the Winona Lake. I mean, it's just not up to par. My thing is we need to educate our community as to what's going on, and I think people would be more than willing to get involved. I think that Winona is very health conscious, and I think they're very, environmental conscious. But again, how can you represent what you don't know? How can you, talk about what you don't know? So I think we're at a very critical point with being able to educate the community about what's going on, and they're starting to pay attention. This year they decided not to mow the marsh along the edge of the lake, and that was for pollination reasons and the fact that they knew that fowl and there were nested birds in that area. It's being talked about now, which to me, if you're talking about it, you're aware of it. And there wasn't any discussion about it prior to that. But once it was advertised that we had actually met and had the climate dialogue, people are interested. What do I think would be a viable solution? I think we the people are the solution. And if we can get together and implement, educate, learn about what it is that we can do to, explore different energy options, how we can do things differently on the farm and protect our trout streams, I just know that we are a part of the solution.